Thus I will make Mount Seir the most desolate. Mount Seir is inhabited by Esau, Edom, Idumea, the so-called white nation of today. They're associated with Mount Seir, guys. The Lord is going to make them desolate, man. Okay? So, man, hey, man, if you guys don't understand the correlations, if you guys don't understand the history, then I don't know what to tell you. Okay? Because Esau has a track record is pretty blatant, you know? It's really there. All right? It's the reason why that devil hates history, man. All right? And cut off from it him that passeth out, him that returneth. Verse 8, and I will fill his mountains with his slain men. Okay? And in thy hills, and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. So the sword is coming. Okay? Next week we might have to go into 2nd Ezra, the 15th and 16th chapter. Okay? Because that sword is coming, guys. The sword just represents death. The sword can come in many forms. Okay? Sword can come through war by another man, another woman. The sword is just coming, period. You're going to see the big, like we just said, you're going to see the biggest bloodbath in history. You're going to see the biggest war, the greatest war ever in history. And it's going to come soon. Okay? It's going to come soon. Okay? All right? What did the Lord say? He said he'll fill his mountains, his hills, his valleys. That's why in those times you're going to see, everywhere you turn, you're going to see a body. You're going to see a body in those times. When this thing gets rolling and all hands are, you know, not our hands. When everything's a go, everything's a green light, and the Lord makes everything start to roll out, that's what you're going to start to see. Okay? You're going to see bodies everywhere. You're going to see, that's why the Lord said in Esdras, that's why I wanted to bring that out, but it's too long, right? What is it called? The 2nd Esdras, the 15th and 16th chapter. What did the Lord say? Their bodies, aka their carcasses, is going to be all around. It's going to be all around. No one's going to be able to bury the bodies. The stench of dung. The stench of dung is a dead body, guys. That's what's going to be laid waste. That's what's going to be left of this empire when it's all said and done. Okay? Fires everywhere. Everything destroyed. People hiding. People, you're going to see dead bodies everywhere. Literally like a zombie apocalypse. Literally. All right? Verse 9, and I'll make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return. And ye shall know that I am the Lord power. The Lord is going to know that we're the Lord power, that he's the Lord power. Okay, Salakia, right? And how he's going to know that? He's going to be known that through that sword. That's what the Lord said. The Lord said, you shall know me through feet. Let me see if I can find that actually. All right? The Lord said that, man. The Lord is, everyone's going to know who the Lord is through fear. Okay? Matter of fact, I know scripture to get. All right? Persuade. Bear with me. All right. 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 11. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, through the terror of the Lord, these nations don't fear the Lord, by the way. Okay? Because you see how proud they are. They haven't dealt with the Lord in how many years? Hundreds of years. In the ancient world, they used to fear the Lord and they used to fear the Israelites because they knew. That's why they always attacked us when, you know, or tried to beef with us or war with us. When what? When we were one with our power, when we were going off, that's when they're the most proud. You see, Esau's the most proud now, guys, right? Because the Lord ain't here. We're in with the Lord. We're not in unison with the Lord. Okay? We're in captivity. Okay? We're destroyed. We're weakened. Our minds weakened. Our spirits weakened. You see it. Jake's bugged out. Okay? That's why no one fears the Lord no more. And no one fears the Israelites. But that's going to come back very soon, right? So again, knowing through the terror of the Lord was known as a terror. Al-Shadia, which means a terrible demon-like power. Okay? And back then, when something bad happened, like an earthquake or a tsunami. When the flood came, the same thing. The earth didn't fear the Lord because they didn't deal with the Lord for a while. The Lord was only dealing with one man, Noah. Okay, so none of the rest of the earth knew who none of the rest of the earth know who the Lord was. Okay, they didn't know who he was. They didn't know about and that's when Noah was preaching. What were they doing? They were scoffing and scorning because they don't know the Lord. It's the same thing now. Okay, nothing new under the sun, guys. It's the same thing. We're out here teaching. We're making the videos. None of them fear the Lord. They're not scared. So that's why the Lord has to do the ultimate thing, which is put them to death. The Lord did the same thing with the flood, guys. They were not fearing the Lord. They did not fear the Lord. They didn't think about the Lord. They didn't even consider it. Like, what do they always say? Your fantasies, your make-believes, your made-up stories, you're a storyteller, right? They say the same things to us. So it's the nothing new under the sun, guys. Nothing new. Okay? Nothing new, man. That's why the Lord was known as a terror. And the Lord, he would build up their pride. That's what he would do. He'd build up these nations' pride, these people's pride, and they'd be like, yeah, the Lord ain't come. Yeah, we're going to live like this forever. They always thought everything was going to be fun and jolly, and then the Lord would rain terror on them. Just like it reads in Isaiah 13, okay? The 13th chapter, okay? Jeremiah, okay? All right, same thing. In the book of Jeremiah, plenty of times it speaks about that. The 50th chapter, the 51st chapter, the 52nd chapter. Then you have Second Ezra, the 2nd chapter. Second Ezra, the 16th chapter. Okay? The Lord will build them up, man. The Lord built, just like he's doing now. He built up that pride. Esau think he's going to fight. And that's the thing with Esau. Esau think he's going to try and fight the Lord. Just like it says in Revelations, right? The dragon's going to try to fight. Okay? That dragon, that whore, is going to try to fight. And that's when that dragon's going to turn on that whore, make aka America. And America's going to be left alone. They be trying to fight the Lord alone. All these nations are going to try and fight the Lord when he comes back. I'm telling you, man. Okay? And that's when the glory, that fear, that terror that the Lord was always known for is going to come back. That's when the Lord's going to get back his glory. We persuade men, but we are made manifest unto Yahawah. And I trust also are made manifest in your consciousness. Okay? So there you go, man. Okay? That fear is going to have to come back, guys. That fear. Okay? That terror. These nations don't fear the Lord right now because, again, the Lord hasn't shown himself like that in a long time. They know about the Lord, but they don't fear. Okay? If they really fear the Lord, they want to just, hey, man, like, take the kingdom back. You know, the earth is yours. That's what they would have done. But, hey, man, what kind of plot would that be if the Lord just made it that easy for them? You know? Nah, man, the Lord's going to make them fight. There's a reason why the Lord gave them the earth the capability to do what? Okay? To split the atom and create the nuclear bomb. And have technology in general. Because technology is going to go into the weapons, right? Esau's going to have them laser guns, microwave guns, those F-fighter jets that can break the sound barrier. Hey, yeah, the Lord's going to have a blast when he comes back. He's going to have fun. Oh, he's okay, bet. You know? That's what the Lord's going to do. That terror, man. Okay? Desolations, and the city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the power, know that I am the Lord. Okay? So the Lord's going to destroy those cities. The Lord's going to destroy those cities. He's going to destroy what is it called? Those mountains, which the mountains in the scriptures referenced as like governments and bodies. Okay? Okay? Governments, powers. Because mountains are known as it's like a big rock, right? So that's what that is. It's foundation, it's power. Okay? Esau's gonna, man, again, these nations are gonna know the fear of the Lord. They're gonna know the terror, man. The terror of the Lord. The Lord's not to be played with. The Lord creates diseases. He kills, he destroys, he raises up, he brings down. You know? Alright, so come on, let's move on. The Lord's gonna destroy this place, man. And he's already doing it. Okay, Esau thinks he's in control. He's listening to Satan. He's getting all these calls from Satan. Oh yeah, do this. That's where Esau gets his power from. Okay, from Satan. Because he conjures up Satan and he calls him up and he has meetings. Oh, what's the next move? What should we do? Okay, that's what Esau does. They worship Satan. Why do you think there's in those higher class spaces like Hollywood and all those things? And when you go into those higher up spaces, they're freaking weird, man. They're demonic as shit because they worship Satan. They all worship Satan. That's where they get their riches from and all that, man. That's how they have power over the world, through Satan. Ultimately from the Lord. The Lord gave the go, okay? But they get their power through Satan, man. Or they believe they do. Okay? Alright? Nothing's out of the orchestra of the Lord, man. The Lord controls everything. Even when you think you're in control, you're not. The Lord's in control. This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 5. It says, for her sins have reached onto heaven. Her is America, the whore. Because America is known as a whore that hasn't been penetrated yet. Okay? Alright, the virgin daughter of Babylon, guys. Babylon was Babylon back then, but the virgin daughter of Babylon now is America, because no one has touched America. Who's invaded America? Who's beaten America in war? Nobody. Okay? Nobody has done those things to America. So that's why America is known as that virgin. Okay? And Yahawah hath remembered her iniquities, her sins. So Yahawah has remembered those sins, man. Those iniquities. All those, from the time America started until now, all the death, all the war, all the robbery, all the raping, the Lord has remembered every ounce of it. He has not forgot one part, not one, part in the story as the Lord forgot. And the Lord remembers your past. From Rome and Greece. You've done the same things over. The Lord has made Esau rule 3 times. Have you forgotten that too? Every single time you've had the Israelites in captivity. Every single time you've had that perpetual hatred towards Jacob, your brother. Okay?